Alright, so we've been doing mining and we have gotten enough money to get Jade as well as Kane brand new weapons and some drifter's leather armor. Nothing too expensive or crazy. We've gotten food and Jade has a little backpack along with a baseball bat. It's from a mod. I thought it was very Jade-esque. In case anyone was wondering, Jade's hair has grown back, and that is because she lost her slave status over time, and I believe it says on there that when you lose your slave status, eventually you will have your hair grow back. So that happened. I don't know if I mentioned it in the previous video. But we're going to have Jade and Kane travel up to the north over here. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, there's a fishing village somewhere around here. And we do need to get some combat skills going. Since we were moving the iron back and forth from the deposit to the town to sell it, their strength did go up over time, so Jade has 15 in strength now, and Kane has 18. If you didn't know this, you'll notice down here by the stats, it says that the attack is 23 plus 8 for Kane and 18 plus 4 for Jade. And something that actually affects your attack, if I'm not mistaken, is the weight of the item you're using, their weapon. So basically, Kane's weapon here has a weight of 4, right? So as long as Kane has double that, so as long as he has 8 or higher, it basically means that he's able to wield it more efficiently, more effectively, more deadly. Jade, however, has a weapon that has 11, which would mean Jade would need at least 22 in strength, which she does not currently have. So she will not be as effective with her baseball bat as Kane will be with his iron stick, you know? Maybe Kane was feeling a little, after having become a slave, feeling like maybe he doesn't want to murder, maybe he doesn't want to kill. Jade, she's not quite sure if she accepts or adopts that philosophy. All she knows is that eventually she wants to get revenge on the Holy Nation. And it seems as though the two of them, as they get up on this vantage point, have noticed a village in the distance. Some signs of a village, perhaps. Maybe smoke from chimneys or cooking. Jade thinks to herself, hopefully not cooking, humans. Preferably, we won't become someone's dinner. This is the Cannibal Plains. And we do have to be... Oh, looks like we got somebody over here. Who is this? It's the Flotsam Ninja. Oh, so we have some Flotsam Ninja here. Oh, it's actually a whole group of them. Now, we aren't exactly allied with the Flotsam Ninja. Not yet, anyway. It's something that we may wish to pursue. Maul has a grudge against the Holy Nation as well, and the Holy Nation's enemies could very well become useful allies to us. Since we do have food, we could just follow these Flotsam Ninja and help them if they come across cannibals. It would give us the opportunity to get our skills up, our combat up, and also give us some bolstered numbers. Even if we did go to the village down there, there's not necessarily the guarantee that we will have enemies attacking. Thought I saw movement. It looks like that's probably some nomads. Yep. That would be some nomads over there. No big deal. The nomads are fine. Those don't look like nomads. Those are cannibals. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Kane go and lure these cannibals to this group. Looks like these cannibals might have already been in a fight. Yep. And he's just running away. Alright, Kane's got his attention. It looks like the fight went down here. It's unclear who the winner of this fight was. There's no bodies, which makes me think the cannibals won. They probably took everybody. Well, it looks like we're going to have to fight him, or he'll just run away. Oof, that's a bad hit, Kane. Come on, Kane. You could do this. Oh, he's not doing so hot. Kane's taking some bad hits to the legs. It's not very good. He's going to have some trouble running away. We may want to give up on this one. We're going to assign medic to Kane. Might as well get rid of the mining thing. They're not going to be mining right now. And Kane will heal himself up. Uh-oh. Well, this might be those cannibals. As you can see, they travel in pretty large packs. And since Kane was having trouble with just one of them, there's no way he'd be able to take on that many at once. He peers over his shoulders as he wraps his wounds. They seem to be on the move, thankfully over the horizon and away from him. He hurries along, attempting to rejoin Jade and the Flotsam Ninja. Jade didn't think much of Kane going off on his own, taking on that lone cannibal solo. No, she decided to stick with the Flotsam. She figured that if her close friend were smart, he'd return sooner or later. And sure enough, he did. Quickly catching up. Although Kane had a bit of a limp now. Jade probably makes a comment about it, you know. And Kane just sort of grunts, nods his head, acknowledging the folly of his attempt. However, it was beneficial. It got Kane's dodge up, I think, and toughness. As the sun went down, the rain started to pour. And we'd been traveling for what felt like all day. And we were approaching some sort of village. Now, I only knew of the one fishing village off the coast, and that was the one right here that we passed up once we saw these flotsam. I'm not actually aware of another friendly village. I know that sometimes the cannibals will massacre entire villages. take up residence in the former homes of their victims. It was very possible that this was one such place. But what if this was a town? Ghost village. Everybody's dead. Oh, okay. I guess that answers that question. Kane, you want to go check that out? Want to go check out that ghost village, Kane? He's like, alright. I guess I'll do it. Well, hopefully there's no cannibals in there. It says everybody's dead. So I'm assuming it's just an abandoned town. Let's see what we got going on in these buildings. Anything worthwhile? Not really. Oh, there's a chest here. Thankfully. Well, this counts as committing a crime, huh? Oh, there's some grog in there. Yeah, we'll take that. Things like grog are pretty good. Get a decent price for it. I guess these houses are all just abandoned. Although I hear something. Maybe that's the well. Still being powered. We got some bread. Is there anything super handy? We also want to try to be aware of how far... Oh, there's some hashish here. And this does count as stealing. Huh. It's just odd. I didn't think it would. If it's a abandoned village. Oh, some more grog. Nice. Well, I suppose we should check this bar out. If there's anywhere that would be an indication as to if there should or shouldn't be NPCs here, it would be the bar. Which it does kind of feel like maybe we're having a Flotsam Village situation. Yep. And we can have him pick the lock. So I think what might have happened is maybe the game was supposed to generate NPCs here, but just didn't. Checking in with Jade real quick. Making sure nothing crazy's going on. Just seem to be traveling through the night, really. There's no time to stop in the cannibal plains, I imagine. Meanwhile, Kane is getting his hands dirty, committing some crimes. Trying to break into this safe. And he did it. Can you go over there? No, can you go to the safe? There you go. Alright. So. Okay. We'll put the fish back, and we'll take the grog. It's going to be real useful, real handy. We'll get rid of some of these. Let's take that. I suppose that's about all we really can carry. And the grog is probably going to be the most expensive thing to find. What is this? A chimney. Huh. Yeah, I guess there's really no point in staying here. Kane isn't quite sure what happened to this town or its residents. And he's decided that enough time has gone by. And he should make a break for it before whatever happened to this town, whatever befell it, befalls him. Kane, being a decent tracker, picks up on the trails, left behind by Jade and the Flotsam. It's a relatively large group of individuals traveling, so without actually covering their tracks. Uh-oh. Seems that near Jade there's some sort of conflict going on. It appears to be two different groups of cannibals fighting each other. Wait, did you see that? Up ahead, I'm sure I saw something. Uh-oh, Jade. What is it that you saw? Well, this was always going to be a concern, traveling the cannibal plains. That's why we were traveling alongside these shinobis. If something does happen, hopefully Kane can catch up soon. No telling if those cannibals will come for us next. As Kane rejoins the group, he chimes over to Jade. Hey, did you see what was going on down the hill over there? And Jade nods to him, looking back. Oh, we appear to have people up ahead of us. Skeletons, huh? That's what we call the robot people. It's a band of skeletons. One of them is named Feck. That's humorous. This skeleton here has a bounty on him for the Holy Nation. If we had fancied ourselves bounty hunters at the moment, we might have been interested. But even then, I don't feel that we would chase somebody down for the Holy Nation. Not after what they've done to us. And even if I were to try to turn in a bounty, I couldn't have Kane do it because he's a bugman. And they would not accept a bounty from Jade because she's a woman. And they will just flat out refuse to talk to you. Oh. Are these robot people fighting something? Oh, they fought a bone dog. A bone doggo. That's not really worth my time, though. We're having too much of a good time traveling with these Flotsam Ninja here. I'm kind of wondering if they're going to lead me to some sort of place. Maybe a base I didn't know about. Is that a cannibal over there? Sure is. You know what to do, Kane. You know what to do, Kane. Try to lure his ass over here. Oh, he's wounded. Perfect. Perfect, Kane. Mano y mano. This stupid Kane. He fucking kicked me in the chest? Are you kidding me? You Bruce Lee son of a bitch? How you gonna fight me with two broken arms? Your arms are flopping around like wet noodles. And you gonna fucking kick me in the chest? That's right, Kane. Beat his ass. Beat him up, Kane. Come on, he's wounded. How hard can this possibly be? Let's speed up time a little bit here. Come on, Kane. Come on, Kane. Yeah. Does he have anything on him? He's got some raw humanoid meat. You know, when we were in the slave camps, that's what I was trying to find. Was some humanoid meat to eat. What we are gonna probably do is I'm gonna take it just to kill him. And now he's dead. Wait, what did that say? I never wanted to see this place. All that's broken can be... that's probably one of the skeleton people. But what is Jade talking about? Never wanted to see this place. Does she mean just the cannibal plains in general, or did we find a location? Oh wait, she's saying something else? Bloody home of the cannibals. Okay. Man-eaters. Stick you in their goddamn cages until dinner time. I guess she's trying to warn the Flotsam about this place. You know, the rumors that she's heard. And some of the stuff that she actually saw on her way into the cannibal plains. Like those cannibal camps where they had been cooking their victims. But the Flotsam surely are well aware of the dangers in the cannibal plains. They have traversed these lands more than likely longer than us, grown accustomed to the depravities that they've had to endure. And so as we crested the hill, we had two things happen simultaneously. Down the hill from us were a group of tech hunters, from the look of it. We could probably hire them. We had enough money since we had set out from World's End after our mining trip. There appeared to be a hungry bandit also following behind us. She was very wounded, and Jade couldn't help but feel some level of wanting to do something, but then remembering how the world's just sort of fucked her over. Rather, Kane took it upon himself to go over and heal the young woman. Jade just continued on with the shinobi, not wanting to lose the opportunity to travel in relative safety. Again, knowing and relying on the fact that Kane would eventually catch up. Kane tried to ask the young woman what had happened, inquiring as to why she was so brutalized. But the question is pretty evident. Seems like the skeletons are fighting cannibals over there. That could be a good opportunity if those cannibals can take out the skeletons to get some pretty high-end gear. But it would be very risky. She doesn't really answer him. She won't even really tell Kane her name. But begrudgingly, she accepts his assistance in the matter, not wanting to die out here. Once he was done, Kane accepted that the hungry bandit didn't wish to befriend us or join us in our cause, and the two went their separate ways. You know, Kane wondered if he was actually doing a good thing. The hungry bandits are bandits at the end of the day. They do rob people and beat people near to death, if not killing them for what they have. But here in the cannibal plains, even the hungry bandits are an unlikely ally. But a potential one, nonetheless. Kane admires the odd trees here. Some sort of red palm leaves almost. It reminds him of out west, back in the hive. There was a lot more trees like that, fewer of the leafless variety that are much more common. And so it was that we noticed up ahead There appeared to be a band, some sort of large group, and typically that meant one thing: the cannibals. They seemed to be traveling very close to the town. We ourselves were heading in that direction. Kane mentions this to Jade, and she nods to him. It seems like the Flotsam Ninja don't want to get involved. They're turning away from the town. But we know what we saw. And we know what that town's in for. The only thing we can do is go try to warn them. Perhaps they are unaware that there is a group of cannibals heading their way. Their intentions, probably none too good. Oh yeah. So Jade and Kane attempt to make their way past the cannibals and toward the town. The cannibals themselves are also turning away for the time being. Perhaps this was just a scouting party, and it would still be wise to alert the town to the looming danger in case the cannibals returned in a larger formation. The tech hunters that we had seen were being accompanied by a fourth member who seemed to be injured. Jade thought this was interesting, wondered if perhaps they had also encountered a skirmish with the cannibals. Oh. There's some sort of conflict. It's cannibals and a skeleton. Well, Jade, Kane, we gotta do something about this. Skeletons are people too. Kinda. Skeletons may have potentially caused this awful scenario of an apocalypse to have incurred, but what do we do here? We are not going to be able to take out these cannibals. There's simply too many. If the skeleton's having trouble, I don't think there's much we can do. The cannibals can't possibly eat the skeleton, right? Actually, we can't even heal the skeleton. What am I thinking? Jade turns around. She had the confidence from the distance, and she thought maybe there was something they could have done, but actually getting closer to the situation, she realizes there were more of the cannibals than she at first believed. And that is life in Kenshi. However, this single cannibal here, we can surely help out this town. That's a nice block, Jade. Kane's getting in that back smack. Oh, wait, were you talking to me? Perhaps they were just sort of acknowledging us for having helped out with that cannibal. And we're going to go ahead and take his meat. And you know what? We're probably going to sell it. Make a little bit of profit here. So that cannibal will now be dead. It's the other skeletons. Well, maybe they're going to go help their friend. Or perhaps this is a new band of skeletons. No, it's a $2,000 bounty. Oh, there's a cannibal right there. Well, I think we can go take him. Seems to have a leg injury. So we're gonna go fuck him up. Yeah, that's right, Jade. Beat his ass. Yeah, get some hits in there, Kane. Alright. You can go ahead and take your meat, take your weapon. Sell that. Now, whatever happened to that skeleton? He's crippled. Can I pick him up? I could attack him, but that would be a mistake. Can I... No. I wouldn't be able to knock him out. He's just he's too tough. And he's healing himself up. I think he's got it handled. Obviously, the cannibals were unable to eat him, so they just sort of left him there to die. But he seems to have a repair kit, so he'll be fine. Is that goats? You think they saw us? Oh, we saw you. We're literally right behind you. We saw you. There's a dead cat citizen. So we could attack these goats. That might be a big fucking mistake. Goats are very dangerous. Also, we don't really have... Like, only person with a backpack is Jade, and her backpack's not very big. So, it's not as if we'd be able to carry it. This guy's selling fish. We could sell some stuff to him. Sell these swords and this human meat. As well as this grog, which he has no problem with the fact that it's stolen. Let's see if there's another shop here. Make some more cats. Yep, there sure is. There's a backpack shop, actually. If I can move the camera. And a bar. Alright, we're going to see what's going on in that bar in a second. Just want to sell the rest of this grog first. See what we got to work with. And this guy sells hats as well. Nothing I think we really need or want in regard to headwear. So we're just going to leave that be. And go check the bar out. If you guys want to get up there. What do we got going on here? Holy Nation bounties. The bar fisherman. I wonder what they're going to tell me. Well, let's go talk to one of these fishermen. Ain't from around here, eh? Well, unless you're here to talk fish, I ain't interested. Oh. Okay. I guess that's the only thing they really wanted to say. There's some potential recruits here, but I don't think we want to recruit people that way. I have an idea in mind, that being that if we were to liberate the slave camps, we're going to have, should we have Kane rest? I mean, his leg's a little injured, but nothing too crazy. Anyway, should we liberate slave camps, there is a possibility. It's not a guarantee. The game does essentially a dice roll, as it were, when you rescue a slave, and there's the opportunity for them to join you. And again, it's not guaranteed, which means that even though we would be going out and saving, say, 5 people, maybe we get one of them. maybe we get 4 of them. The game just sort of decides for us. And I think that that's a more organic almost as to how we're going to build this army to try to get revenge on the Holy Nation, because it's us getting revenge on them at the same time as, that's those goats again, at the same time as trying to bolster our own numbers. I don't know, it's called Ghost Village. I feel like maybe it's supposed to be abandoned like that. I don't think it would be too cheap if we went back and maybe looted it some more. I don't think there's going to be anything too particularly useful, but we're going to have to travel through this fucking Cannibal Plains. Actually, you know what? We're at a relatively safe place for the moment. I think Jade and Kane, since it is evening and it's probably going to be night soon, I think Jade and Kane, who have been traveling for the past day or so, are going to take this opportunity. Is Kane having a conversation? Get your fish. Hivers love fish. Fish. Kane is saying, it's true, we do love fish. Alright. Thanks for confirming that, Kane. I'm sure everybody was very curious as to the validity of that statement. So Jade's going to have a sit down. Kane's going to maybe have a sit down. He's going to sit in the other table. You know, they're trying to look a little inconspicuous. They are still escaped slaves. And perhaps, you know, just on the off chance that the Holy Nation has people out this far north into the Cannibal Plains, they might be looking for a woman and a hiver, a hive soldier. So maybe make it look a little bit like we weren't traveling together. Sounds like a plan. And I guess we'll have to see what steps we're going to take next.